Hello, my name is Jonathan, and in this quick video I will show you how to easily solo all the island bosses in Ark Ascended on Alpha difficulty. First I will show you the best strategy for the Alpha build modder. For this solo boss fight we are using Rexes. No, we will not use Megatheriums, and I will explain why Rexes are a much better option later in the video. The setup of this boss fight is very important, so make sure to watch the full video as I explain everything what you need to know throughout the fight. For this strategy to work properly, the Deadon must follow the UT, and the UT must follow the player. We are using official server settings, and this is what you need to start the boss fight. As per usual, you get a straight to the point guide. As soon as you spawn in, you want to jump on the UT, whistle aggressive, and while you wait for the boss, you want to start doing the Courage Roar. This will increase their damage and defense by a lot. Now you see this circle that is green and yellow. What you want to do is you want to do the roar of the UT a couple of times until it's almost completely yellow. Then you want to jump off and ride the Deadon. While mounted, you want to start healing. Then you want to toggle orbit cam so you can see if most Rexes are getting healed. After healing 10 or 15 seconds, you want to jump back on the UT. This boss does some serious damage, so it is very important that you master this technique and switch in between the UT and Deadon. Now, I will show you why we are not using Megatheriums. In this example, we used Megas with 20k healed and 700 melee. If you pay close attention, you can see most of them are stuck in a running animation and cannot attack. This will also result in them not getting the bug boost and they will die very fast. Back to our boss fight. Now, if you compare this to this boss fight, if you pay close attention, you can see that all the Rexes are attacking the boss. And this is why, if you play solo, you really want to use Rexes, since Megas are very unreliable while not mounted. I would recommend that you bring a pack with at least 50k food. More is always better. After healing for 10 seconds, jump back on the UT. And as you can see, we are already near the end of the boss fight. And most of our Rexes are still completely fine. In case you do not know, you could also enable the Deadon to passive heal the Rexes. However, this is very unreliable and most of the time it will not activate. And this is why we do it manually. So again, we are doing this boss on official server difficulty. And this is by far the best strategy for solo players. Unridden Megas are useless and die very fast. As you can see, we only lost a couple of Rexes, so you could even do this boss with lower stats than what I used. Now, go to the red crate to collect the element. Now I will show you the best strategy for the Alpha Dragon. For this boss fight we will use mainly Terzinos, and I will explain why this is the best option later in the video. Make sure to watch the full video, as I explain everything what you need to know throughout the fight. We are using official server settings, and this is what you need to start the boss. As per usual, you get a straight to the point guide. As soon as you are in the arena, you want to jump on the UT, then whistle all and drink your Kalian soup. The boss arena is very hot. Drinking Kalian soup will cool you off and give you insulation. So you want to move to this corner, since here you have the most open space. Then, to get the dragon his attention, shoot him with a weapon. As soon as the dragon lands, you want to wait for him to come to you. Then whistle attack target the Terzinos on him. Now, start doing the boost with the UT, which will increase their attack and defense by a lot. So the reason why we use Terzino instead of, for example, Rexus is quite simple. The Terzino takes reduced fire damage, and they can heal themselves with veggie cakes. In case you do not know, the dragon deals insane amounts of damage with his fire breath. Each fire breath will deal 20% of the maximum health of the dino. So no matter if you have 5k or 20k, you will lose 20%.
5 minutes later.
As soon as the dragon flies away, this is the perfect opportunity to heal. So jump off the UT and ride the Deadon. Start healing the Terries, and usually you have about 30 seconds to about 1 minute to heal, which can make a big difference. The boss will also spawn in PTs and Demorphodons. They will always target the player and not the dinos. And even the Demorphodons will attack your armor, so make sure to bring a couple sets of flak. When the dragon lands again, just simply jump back on the UT and start boosting with the roar. As you can see, a couple of our Terzinos got stuck, but things like this can happen, so keep that in mind.
A few moments later.
So, we are doing this boss on maximum difficulty with single player settings disabled, which means the same difficulty as official servers. This is by far the best strategy if you want to defeat the dragon solo. The only other options that you can do to defeat the dragon would be using the Megaloceros glitch method or using Holy Rhinos. And as you can see, we only have a couple of Terzinos left. We lost most near the end of the fight. Ideally, you would want 900 plus melee with 15k plus healed. We just did it with the minimal stats required. Do not forget to go to the red crate to collect the element. Next up is the best strategy for the Alpha Megapithecus. For this solo boss fight we are using Rexus. The setup of this boss fight is very important, so make sure to watch the full video as I explain everything what you need to know throughout the fight. We are using official server settings, and this is what you need to start the boss fight. As per usual, you get a straight to the point guide. As soon as you spawn in, you want to jump on the UT. Then, make sure that the Rexes are on passive and do the whistle follow all. Then, you want to park the Rexes against the world border. And you see why this is important in just a moment. Now, you want to get the boss his attention, but before you do that, drink your Fria curry. This will give you a lot of insulation and will keep you warm. When he does the roar animation, it is time to run back. Again, for the strategy to work, the Rexes need to be on passive. The monkey, his rock attack is very powerful, so keep your distance. And you want to go behind the Rexes. Then, wait for the monkey to get very close and whistle aggressive. Now you want to do the courage roar with the UT, which will increase the stats of the Rexes by a lot. It is very important that you still keep your distance with the UT. As you can see, we got the boss pinned down against the wall. This means that our Rexes are in a very good position. And this is why we did the preparation work earlier in the video. Because if you do not do that, the Rexes might just fall off the bridge and die, which is obviously not ideal. As you can see, we just lost one T-Rex. For some weird reason, I forgot to put a saddle on that particular one. So that is why. Now, we are getting attacked by this little monkey. When this happens, just simply get close to your Rexus to shake him off. Also, it is very important to keep your distance from the monkey boss. since when he does the rock throw attack and if you are too close he might hit your character, and when this happens it will one hit kill you, so keep your distance. So again, we are using official server difficulty and we used 16 Rexes and they all had the same stats. 20k healed with 500 melee and 50 armor saddles. As you can see, we are near the end of the boss fight. We only lost one Rex because that one for some reason had no saddle, but all the other Rexes are more than fine. Some might be a little bit bloody, but that does not matter. And you could even do this boss with lower stats than what I used. Now, go to the red crate to collect the element.